Thomas Nelson has been busy updating everything to the comfort print, and along the way they've made some tweaks and some new designs. Today I'm looking at the personal size large print reference Bible, and it is available in imitation leather in several different styles with and without thumb index. I'm looking at black Leathersoft and brown Leathersoft. The brown is your basic Leathersoft with a smooth cover with a little bit of grain in there. It looks really nice. It has a debossed border and then a cross, and then our text is printed, or that's actually stamped in gold. And then we have a paper liner paste down with perimeter stitching, and then it also serves as the presentation page. This one has two ribbons, a brown and a red, burgundy copper. I don't know, that looks really nice. I like those. And then the black is Deluxe. Now what makes it Deluxe is the cover is a little bit different. The cover has looks like goat skin. It's still imitation leather, but it has a goat skin pattern grain. Looks really elegant. I like the look of that. If you just saw the picture of that, you wouldn't know it's not leather. In fact, I showed this to a preacher and he thought it was leather. It also has a debossed border with Holy Bible print on the front. Now this one has extra thick spine hubs. 1, 2, 3, 4 spine hubs with gold etching, and then the text in gold. This one also has a paper paste down liner, but it has a chain design gilt line inside, like the old style. I like those. The ribbons on this are red and black. Both are Smythe sewn with 30 GSM paper, made in China. The paper is highly opaque for how thin it is. It's not a premium paper, so it doesn't have a coating or anything like that, and it doesn't have extra pigments to brighten it, but it's still white color and still highly opaque. Printed with line matching, 10.5 point font. This one is verse by verse with references at the end of verses. And it doesn't have a lot of references, but those that it does have are important references. And then the footnotes are placed along the footer at the bottom. It's a good dark font. Printed with line matching, so the lines are printed in the same location on both sides of the page. And that doesn't make the text gray because of having print behind it, because of how opaque the paper is. It's got a little bit of a rough texture to it that makes it easy to grab and turn. I like this paper. I like it a lot. And then we have poetic settings. The poetry is divided in good, smart places. So we don't have all the way to the end of the line and then one word. We have broken more like a song. I like this. I like their design for that. They've done that really well. And this is a red letter edition. So there's a red. About a medium shade of red, medium to dark, with a dark black. And both are consistent throughout. Then in the very back, we have a concordance with 3 columns. And we'll just look up God, get us an idea of how many entries we have. So God from here to here, and then Goddess, Godhead, Godliness, Godly. And then we have our standard mats printed on the glossy paper. Both stay open really well. Both are the same, exact same setting. So if we go to 815, they are the same. I'll zoom so you can take a look at the text. Both are 2 pounds, a number I can remember, so I don't have to actually weigh it for you. And we're looking at, let's do that in English. 5 3/4 by 9 by 1.5. A couple of Bibles I'll compare to. Now this one is the preaching Bible. This is the KJV, but the NKJV is exactly the same as far as font size, paper color, and all that. The main difference is that the NKJV has the poetic setting, but they are all in verse by verse. So we'll compare that, just to get you an idea of how they compare to each other. We'll compare verse by verse. So font size is very similar. The Preaching Bible has a little bit more space between the lines, but not a lot. Both are very similar. Whereas this one has around 8 words in that range. Another is the New King James verse by verse center column reference. Now this one is Premier Collection, but you can also get it in imitation leather, which will have the same paper as this one. And so let's compare the same thing. We got Isaiah 57, there's 55, so we're in the same area. And then we'll go to some regular prose. That's how they compare. So I'm very impressed with the New King James personal size large print reference. Not a lot of references, but those that have are important. They're good references. It's not the largest concordance, but it's not the smallest concordance either. It's a great Bible for carry, excellent for preaching and teaching, good for reading. Now, I do prefer paragraph for reading, me personally, but this is a clean text, not a lot of distractions in there. I was able to ignore the references for reading, so they don't really get in the way a whole lot. And this does make good use of space that way. So yeah, I like this Bible. I highly recommend it, especially if you need a verse by verse and a large print. The personal size is my personal favorite size, actually. Personal size large print is my favorite. And that's because it's a good all-around size for most uses. You can do just about anything with this. Carry, preach, teach, read. So Thomas Nelson did supply these in exchange for an honest review. I'll place some links in the notes where you can make a purchase. It comes out next week, in case you're seeing this before it releases. And I'll place links to Bible Buying Guide where you can see the written review with more detail. And also, if you use the links to make a purchase, they are affiliate links, so I do get part of that sale, and that does help me keep Bible Buying Guide running, and I appreciate your support. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you quick. Thanks.